How's it going, everybody? This is Jeff Granite with GPS Realty here with another shot of honest guidance. Today, we're going to talk about for sale by owners, or FSBOs. You ever seen on that show Modern Family where Phil Dunphy is in real estate and his friend has this clown character called FSBO the Clown? That's where it comes from, FSBO, for sale by owner. So I know you've probably heard the stats. You put the property on the market and it sells like in 48 hours for 20 or 30 or $200,000 over asking, whatever it happens to be. And you're sitting there wondering, I'm going to sell my house. What do I need to hire a realtor for? A lot of people get hung up on the fee and they figure out, well, if it's going to be this easy, I'll just save myself the 6% and do it. I mean, really, you're not legally required to hire a realtor to sell your property. So let's take a look at how your transaction can go if you decide that you're not going to pay any realtors at all. Don't forget, if you refuse to pay a buyer's agent a commission for bringing you a buyer, buyer's agents will not bring their buyers to your house. So first, you'll drag the net by telling everyone you know at work, at the gym, and in your family that you are selling your house. Are they in the market to buy something? Who knows? Who cares? You need to get your message out. Random people will stop by your house at any time of the day or night, and it's unlikely that they will be setting appointments prior. In fact, more likely, they'll be calling you from your front yard where they're standing next to your sign. You'll get calls from all kinds of fun people, most of which come from everybody's favorite weirdo-free website, Craigslist. You'll get looky-loos who just want to see your house. Some of them plan to ask you to let them into your house so they can steal something. Some of them will be investors who plan to offer you tens of thousands of dollars below market. And a very, very small percentage of them will actually be serious buyers who are interested in buying your house. So it's been over a month now. You've fielded hundreds of phone calls and tons of aggravation in hopes of finding a buyer, and you don't even have a reasonable offer yet. Or even worse, you're not getting any phone calls at all because you have very limited marketing channels and no one sees your house, or no one is interested in the 90s style kitchen and master bath jacuzzi with the weird leak that leaks down into the ceiling in the kitchen below. You start wondering if this is all really worth it to deal with. Your deadline to move is coming up quickly, but you're saving the cash, so there's that. Let's say for the sake of moving the story along that you finally do find a buyer after about 30 or 60 days of misery. These people want to give you almost $20,000 less than your neighbor just got by selling his house with a realtor. That schmuck. You're irritated, but they're the only offer in town and you need to move soon. You finally get to an agreed price. Now, do you know anything about these people? Do they have any money? Do they have any idea how much money it'll take to get to settlement? Do they self-report medium credit scores that probably turn out to be in the 550s? Do they have any ability at all to get a loan? Have they even talked to a lender? How can you trust them? Does their move timeline line up with yours? How do you have any insurance or indication that they're going to actually do what they say they're going to do? Can you actually trust the contract they typed up themselves on Microsoft Word? All right, at this point, let's talk about what ifs. What are you going to do if they don't perform on the contract? What happens if they screw you during the deal? What are you going to do if they drop your house because they find another one they like better while they're like 45 days into the contract? Did you remember to ask them for an EMD? Will you hire a lawyer to sue them? So let's get this straight. At that point, you'll hire a lawyer for their expertise to help you get yourself out of a situation that you got into, when instead you could have hired a realtor for their expertise to prevent this whole situation to begin with. Really? Now let's take a look at what is very likely to happen if you hire the right listing agent to help you sell your house. First, your agent will survey your house. They'll make suggestions on what kind of updates you should make, and they'll advise you on what the price penalty will be if you decide not to make them. They're going to give you a broad overview of what the market has been doing over the last, in this market, it's going to be over the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, over the last 60, 90, even up to 180 days. You'll have a very clear picture of what is happening in the market, as well as what you can expect when the time comes to put your house on the market. They'll hire a photographer to get stunning photos of your home, which they'll then use to market across hundreds of websites where actual buyers are looking for houses just like yours. And of course, there's the MLS, where thousands of agents in the area have ready, willing, and able buyers who are also looking for houses just like yours. The people who call you for showings will be there to actually see the house, not just to kick tires, not to steal your stuff, not to just see what the inside of your house looks like. You'll get offers that are written on sales contracts that are already written by lawyers, and you'll get all the protections that those contracts provide. And those buyers don't self-report their credit scores or just tell you they have money in the bank. They're not only backed by the agent who represents them, They're backed by their lender, and the entire transaction is facilitated by a title company who checks and double checks and triple checks everything about what's going on for accuracy. So I know what you're thinking. Jeff, you're a broker. These are the services you provide. Of course you're going to tell me I should hire an agent. Well, yeah, some of that's true. But let's take a look at the stats. FSBOs make up 3%, 3% of the entire real estate market. There's a reason that 97% of the people in this country hire realtors to buy or sell their house. And that reason is because houses sold by FSBOs sit on the market for 20% longer, and they typically will sell for between 10 and 15% less than your agent can get you on the open market. It's stressful enough moving. Why wouldn't you make the transaction as easy as possible on yourself? One of the beauties of hiring the right agent to represent you during the transaction is that so many of the problems that could tank the transaction are absolutely fixed by the time they get to you. If you give a good agent the chance to demonstrate their worth, you'll never have buyer's remorse. That's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this is Jeff Grana with GPS Realty. Please feel free to reach out across any of my social media platforms. My website is gpsrealtydc.com. Call my cell phone directly, 703-996-9734. If you have questions, I'm here for you.